master of camouflage and stand-up chameleon, Craig Charles.
I've tried lots of therapies in my time. I went to see a child psychologist once, but he was terrible. Well, he was only 7. He said to me, "What's the first thing you think of when I say the word mother?" And I said, "Me mother." So he suggested I go to the Samaritans instead. But I thought a Samaritan was one of those oranges you only get at Christmas. And then he suggested colonic irrigation. But what do I know about farming? But I finally found a therapy that really is right up my alley. It's called Robotwars. And right now, another 8 angry patients are waiting to air their grievances in the arena. Look out, Doctor. They may need sedating. Phillipa, who's in the waiting room?
Thank you very much, Craig. Here in the pits, I'm joined by the Ally Gaitor team with their robot... Who's this? Who's this? Have we ever seen him before? I don't think so. With their robot Ally Gaitor. Ally, for aluminium, 6 mil. Any robot has to get through if they want to destruct that robot. We have Corporal Punishment here, made great use of linear actuators in the lifting technology. Don't know what they are, but sounds good, doesn't it? This is Tuts Revenge. The key here is a flipper, and they're hoping to flip Matilda, so you have to make sure when you're watching that you see Tuts Revenge flip Matilda, otherwise their promise is broken. This is Berserk. We just do one thing, which is welcome to Robot Wars. Thank you very much for bringing Berserk. Meet Death Warmed Up with fantastic decorations, dials and all sorts of things all over it. These gloves, lovely little story. What did your sister do? How did she make these?
Well, I sat in a corner with gardening gloves on.
Yeah.
And she coated them with fiberglass and painted them black.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
It took some getting off.
But they're on him now, so they're safe and sound, and we expect them to be doing a victory wave. This is Stealth. Stealth was actually made where?
On the living room floor.
Yes, and how long has it taken to clear out the mess?
A very long time.
It's still being done, isn't it?
Even as we speak.
Even as we speak. Once again, cunning use of a flipper device. There's lots of flippers in this heat. I'll just make sure I've got my fingers still attached to my hand. Hypno-disc is a very interesting one because on this disc, which revolves around and around and around, we have razors. And these razors don't just slice, they slice through this, which is how many mil thick?
3.5 millimetres.
3.5 mil thick aluminium. So they're hoping to do some damage with that. Last but not least in the heat, Robogeddon. Inside here, there's a harrow. This is a bit of plough. It's made from rusty gates. It's made from all sorts of things that were found lying around on the farm. So well done, team. Ingenuity at its best.
And this is how they line up, Phillipa. Ally Gaitor, Swamp Thing or Mean Manned Machinery against Corporal Punishment. Will they go berserk twice or leave in a trice against Tuts Revenge? Flipping good they are. Hypno-disc will give you a close shave against the inventive Robogeddon team. And Death Warmed Up, no velvet glove approach there against the Stealth Bomber.
Time for your weekly dose of destruction. Let the wars begin.
From Kent, Ally Gaitor.
A team of work colleagues put together this reptilian robot, the blade as sharp as a gator's bite, and they mean to have fun down by the Bot Bayou. Very short at 32 centimetres.
Ally Gaitor is powered by 4 wheelchair motors, 24 volt, which is supplied by 3 12-volt batteries with a total of 36 volt through it. We've got a spike on the back, which we hope to do damage with, 2 spikes on a lifting blade on the front, which should cause a lot of damage as well.
From Romford, Corporal Punishment.
Back after the second series with a new lifting scoop at the front, an aluminium shell, 2-wheel drive powered by 4 12-volt batteries, and whack, it's capable of giving out 6 of the best. And look at the change from the last series. There they have the front lifting prongs. Started well, but the prongs were bent and buckled and drove it onto the arena floor, and that meant it was vulnerable to the house robots who closed in for the kill. The prongs have gone, replaced this time around by a front lifting scoop. Will it make all the difference?
I'm Adam Clark, and this is Corporal Punishment, coming back scarred from the last war. This time around, we've got a solid one-piece scoop on the front, which replaced the faults from last year, and the entire drivetrain has been upgraded. It's now running at 36 volts, independently sprung chassis, and an onboard gyroscope for some straight-line stability. And hopefully we're going to prove the adage that speed kills.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Ally Gaitor team with Derek Stupples, there on the left-hand side, James Hogman and Steve Everton, and Corporal Punishment,
3,
Adam
2,
Clark, and his teammate there, Dave Dempster, on the left.
Activate.
And it's Ally Gaitor, quickly in, underneath Corporal Punishment, bucking it up in the air. The Ally Gaitor on top's okay. And meanwhile, Adam Clark and the Corporal Punishment team know they're in for a fight here, as Matilda comes in with the 2 front tusks. Derek Stupples smiles. He dreams of hang gliding from the Empire State Building with a beautiful woman in tow. Well, he's got the beautiful James Hogman and Steve Everton in his control box today. And at the moment, it's Corporal Punishment hanging on in there. Ally Gaitor dragging towards the pit. That's where they want to see Corporal Punishment go. Inching slowly, inexorably towards that pit. In comes Matilda with a blocking movement. You can see there the Matilda cam on top to take up the close-up pictures for you. Dragging now Corporal Punishment across the arena floor. And I think the problem with Corporal Punishment, it's impaled on the spikes on the back of Ally Gaitor. The house robots trying to free the immobilised Corporal Punishment, get it off the back of Ally Gaitor to make a fight of this. But Corporal Punishment, for me, has been totally immobilised as the clock ticks down. And there can only be one winner here, and it's not going to be Adam Clark's Corporal Punishment team. In again comes Killalot. You can see the scars on Corporal Punishment, and they're out, I should think. Oh, yes, certainly so.
Well, it seems pretty plain to me, but the judges are still deliberating. While they deliberate, let's look at some of the highlights of that battle.
This is the key moment. Ally Gaitor straight in, underneath Corporal Punishment, and from then on in, you can just see it there. Being caught on the spikes on the top of Ally Gaitor, couldn't get free Corporal Punishment. In came Matilda and the rest of the house robots. And Corporal Punishment just couldn't get away. Almost went in the pit, of course. This is Killalot, look, trying to flick it up, also causing damage. Bent and buckled Corporal Punishment spun in the air and down and out.
We have a judge's decision. It's a split decision. It's quite controversial. Ally Gaitor wins 2-1.
Dear, Adam Clark did not look happy, but Corporal Punishment out and Ally Gaitor go through. Next up, Berserk 2 against Tuts Revenge.
From Huddersfield, Berserk 2.
A pneumatic forklift and hammer provide the weaponry. The body shell is alloy. It costs £2,000 to build over 4 months. It's the tallest and longest in the heat, and it's back from the second series of Robot Wars. Took part in the super heavyweight melee last time around. Was pulled across towards the pit, and there became a blistered, broiled, barbecued Berserk 1.
My name's Stuart Ford. I'm the captain of the team. This is Christopher O'Connell and Graham Kershaw, and I'm Martin Kershaw, the interpreter. The name of the robot is Berserk 2. The weapon is a hammer on the front, and it's run by pneumatics. There's another weapon, it's a forklift, that's at the back. The body's made of aluminium alloy. The weapons are made of steel. And that's it. We hope to win.
From Preston, Tuts Revenge.
This is a reincarnation of Megahertz from the last series. It has 2 pneumatic rams with a Phillipa hammer, can self-right, protected by 2mm steel plate. It cost £500 and took 8 weeks to build. And went out early in the last series of the wars. But in King of the Castle, look at this, had one highlight. It took bodies with it. The 2 house robots, Bash and Dead Metal, they loved it. Back again. They went out, so did the house robots.
My name's Dave Lund, I'm the team captain. My brother Tony Lund and friend Gordon Keeling. We've got a new robot, which is Tuts Revenge, which has replaced Megahertz from the last war.
Now, Megahertz had a mascot, which was the mouse. This year we have reincarnated Tutankhamus, and he brought along with him some vicious weaponry in the form of a lifting mechanism at the front, and a flipping mechanism which attaches at the back on the outer pyramid case.
The hieroglyphics on the side are whatever Tuts Revenge, but we have our initials on the rear and a symbol that says health, life and power.